Hey, what's happening? It's your dude, the merciless Reese L. Black. Welcome back to the booth. If you haven't subscribed, I invite you to do so. Anyways, I wanted to go ahead and talk about something that's a trip. Let's just go ahead and get right to it. Black women are the easiest to holler at. Now, I know in this space over the years, we've been hearing about black women having attitudes. They're harder to cold approach. The rejection is just severe. They're all gold diggers, manipulative time wasters. We keep on hearing all of this jazz about them. And honestly, I don't even want to go into this from my experience, because I'm gonna tell you something. Yes, I've been rejected plenty of times by sisters. I mean, who hasn't? I mean, when you're dating, that's just the shit that comes with the territory. But it almost seems as if you men out there are being rejected way too much, but the probability should be very high as far as your success level. And that actually boggles the mind. So let's just go ahead and do an observation real quick. A lot of you men, when you go onto these platforms, especially when you're leaving comments and calling into dating coaches and self-improvement coaches, or just jumping on panels that are talking about, relationship dynamics, it's amazing how the men are pretty much saying the same thing. You know, when I holler, I get an ugly look. When I try to holler, their nose is up in the air. When they reject me, it's hella rude. That's why I don't try to holler at anybody in public. That's why it's safer to do online dating. Hell, some of you guys even sub to OnlyFans because you're not being rejected on OnlyFans. Of course, you're not going to get rejected on OnlyFans. You're paying money. But let's go ahead and go back to the aspect of the so-called approach. It is very, very rare that I hear genuine men, especially who are genuine with their approach, complain about women and getting attitudes and things of that nature. So I got a question to ask you guys who are always talking about how that's why I really don't like holler at black women. They just always give me attitude. They be on the bullshit. First question is, are you being yourself? I notice that a lot of men who tend to be on the bullshit, meaning lie, you end up getting karma during that conversation while you're hollering at her. My thing is this. I'm not talking about you just approaching and trying to have sex, no. But are you lying about shit just to get them to come in? Are you agreeing with their conversations and her point of views and perspectives when it comes about dating and relationships? Like when she's talking about how, she wants to be married one day, are you lying and saying, you know what, me too, I would love to be married? When you're really not. You're just trying to get some ass. That energy alone, of course, is going to make you fail. Are you acting like you're somebody else? Are you trying to be the playboy instead of just being the nerdy square dude? I mean, if the nerdy square dude, like you being yourself, is not getting you any play, there's nothing you could do about that. Just keep on doing what you're doing. And honestly, what ends up happening is there's a lot of girls out there that find that attractive. Really, they do. It just depends on the space. I don't know. Try to go to Comic-Con or something like that with that shit, and maybe they'll fall in love with you. But just be yourself. The moment you start lying, that is the moment where you're going to end up getting the most shit from a woman. They can see that shit a mile away. Are you leading with your money? Are you walking up to women with the drip on? Are you dripped out in the Gucci and the Fendi and all that shit? Are you basically trying to stunt on the girl? You're not really going to pull like that. It's not going to work. Be your genuine self. Do you normally wear Target? Do you normally wear Walmart? Do you normally, shop at H&M? Are you a Macy's guy? Express. Honestly, your appearance does matter. But if you're looking like a freaking walking billboard, no one is going to find that attractive, especially not sisters. They gonna clown that. And that's another thing. I have to actually agree with my man, Coach EO. He even said, sisters are pretty much going to let you know. They know what they want, and they damn near sure gonna tell you what they cannot stand. Yes, it will happen up front. It will seem like a rejection to you because you walked off and given up. But if you actually adjust to that rejection, you could keep the conversation going. Man, what you doing with all that designer on? You look like a freaking walking billboard. You could just come back with, well, guess what? You can't say I'm not fly though. She may laugh at that. She may not. But she was basically giving you a heads up. I'm not saying that she's speaking for all women, but majority of the time, not everybody walks around and drip on a constant basis. It just shows that you have money to dispose of. You do you. What is your conversation like? Do you automatically already talk about what you bring to the table shit? Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. Ain't no sister gonna play around with that shit. We've already discussed that shit, you know, in another video. This whole what you bring to the table shit, it's not happening. Every man's table is different. But when men are pretty much going out asking like, hey, what do you bring to the table? Y'all only got that shit from like YouTube and podcasts in the last 2 years or so. Y'all really are not about that life. Half of the time, you guys just see a woman who's attractive, she has a nice smile, and you go over and talk to her and you just get to know her. This whole table thing, you look, women have a table too, but we accommodate each other. She's looking for a man that has qualities pretty much of what she doesn't have. And we are looking for, you know, a woman who has qualities to where they either condone themselves in a partnership, or they could be a helpmate, or they could just be supportive, and that's it. That's it. This whole you need to be domesticated, I need this, I need that, I need that, and I need that. I was like, dude, y'all dudes talking about what you bring to the table is worse than some of these entitled females. And I said it in my last video. What's worse than an entitled woman is an entitled man. So cut the shit. And sisters see right through that. Let's go back to the whole attitude thing. A lot of you guys push on for that attitude. A lot of these women, you guys damn near are persistent with your pursuit of a woman. If she's not interested, she's not interested. I even caught some of you guys in public damn near curse at a girl because she wouldn't oblige to your offer. I believe there was a story back in the day where a couple of guys jumped a woman just because she wouldn't oblige to their advances. All she was just saying no, not interested. Next thing you know, she gets beaten up. Man, how freaking moist is that shit? So, sisters are the most easiest to talk to. If let's just say you know everything bad about them. Let's just say that, like, there's this whole list about what's bad about hollering at sisters, all that shit, right? You look at that list. Now, it is so easy. You can see this a mile away of which ones to avoid. You can, because there's a whole bunch of sisters on this side who are waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. But you still have this tendency to overlook them. What it is you dudes are looking for the baddest chick. And the baddest chick is damn near burning you, rejecting you. But I'm gonna tell you something. Maybe you dodged a bullet. Thinking of it like that. Maybe I'll make a video on embracing rejection. Who knows? But black women are so easy because you already know what they want. You already know half the shit they can't stand. Most sisters, especially if they was raised with some strong parents, they're not gonna take any bullshit because that's what they were taught. Now the thing is this, for the ones that weren't raised by, you know, a strong parent, if they were raised by a single parent mother with zero male guidance, okay, I admit you may have your hands full because they may not know how to act around a man, especially a man about, you know, that is about his business. She may not have respect for you because she never seen any woman have respect for a man. And I'm not talking about this woman showing that you have to do everything this man says. No, we're just talking about genuine respect. When you're having a dialogue with a man, you're not cutting him off. You're letting him speak, and he's letting you speak. He's not, she's not showing up, looking over his shoulder at everything he does. She trusts him with everything that he does because he's a responsible man. Not every woman was raised by a responsible man, so how the hell is she supposed to know that? Yes, there's a lot of intricacies when it comes to dating sisters, but honestly, to tell you the truth, they're easy because they constantly tell you what they wish they had. It's just like a lot of you men out there, you brothers, y'all just don't want to adjust to the shit because you're just like them. Why should I have to adjust to that shit? Why should I have to like lose weight? Why should I have to hit the weights and, you know, participate in the body game like these other niggas? I'm not doing that shit. Fuck that. You do you then. But notice there's just a bunch of dudes out there who have no problem hollering at the sisters. Y'all have seen it. And then you guys get on their platforms hating on them because they're grabbing them and you're left with some empty shit. Anyway, that's my video for today. You guys know how I do. I'm out this piece. Good evening, Mr. Black.